So it's kind of a contradiction. It's a contradiction. On one hand, you become the fierce warrior who creates his own reality, but then when it comes to areas where you also need to be held accountable, it's like, no, I'm gonna slide right back into victimhood, and that's gonna explain why I threw away $1 billion in generational wealth. He threw away $1 billion. He probably made over 100 million, but if you know the math of finance, you will know that consistent investment at an income at that level could easily create $1 billion empire that could literally be feeding your great grandkids, your great great grandkids, etc. Like you had a Rockefeller level opportunity that was blown because we sometimes choose to embrace culture that is very anti wealth, right? So let me give you some science behind the victim mentality and why I encourage you to reconsider this and not let people sort of drop you into that victim box. I'm not saying that things didn't happen to you. I'm not saying that you weren't disadvantaged. I'm not saying that there weren't obstacles to overcome. But the thing about, and I think about this as a mathematician, when I taught math at the University of Kentucky, we ran into problems all the time. That's what you do in math. You solve problems. And the thing about a problem is that a problem doesn't mean that you have a barrier that's insurmountable. It might be, it could be, right? But you're at least supposed to sit down and concentrate and try to solve the problem. And 99% of the time, the problem was solvable. It just required you to grow a little bit. You might have to go and open a couple of books. You might have to go talk to a couple of people down the hall. You might have to spend a week thinking about it. But one thing you could not do when we would get a problem is sit there and just cry about it or just say, well, the reason I got bad grades is because you gave me problems and I couldn't overcome them. So I'm a victim of the obstacles that were put in front of me. That's why I'm still stuck on stupid. That's why I'm still stuck exactly where I was a week ago because I couldn't grow because you put this problem, this obstacle in front of me, and I wasn't able to overcome it. And in fact, because I knew I wasn't going to be able to overcome it, I chose not to even try. Or maybe I tried for 10 minutes and it just didn't work out, so I just gave up.